Hello, good evening, and thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. So, we'll be dealing with the fourth reason why people don't marry from the same church. Please, if you want to subscribe, please go subscribe now and click on the bell so that you get notified when I post new content. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next reason people don't marry from the same church is because of the what they call see finish. The Bible says a prophet is without honor in his own home, meaning that when people see you too much, some people don't see you as an important person, they will not respect you again. They cannot respect you, and a lot of people have actually lost their respect because of their actions. Remember, you show people how to treat you. So if people are finishing you in your church, it was all your fault, because there's nobody that can do to him what he does not allow, right? So now there are ways to know if you are being taken for granted in your church. And the first reason is when you get friend zoned a lot from the opposite gender. There's how we look at some guys in the church. People that everybody wants to date, the people that everybody wants to marry. Those guys, they have a way of making people constantly respect them. Okay, so now if you're the kind of person that people always friends will just come to them, no matter how good you look, no matter what you have, people want to friend zone you, it was all your fault. So if you get friend zoned a lot, that means people have seen you finish. I'm sorry. Another way to know that you've been friend zoned is when people don't take anything you say seriously, because they don't respect your authority. And this always happens because when you just talk, they'll be like, this one, please go and sit down. If people do that to you a lot, that means they finish seeing you. It was all your fault. The third way to know if people have seen you finish is when they want to make important decisions and you get sidelined because your contribution isn't important. Wow. If you're in that category, that means they have seen you finish. I'm sorry. So how can you come out of this? Number one, be available for service, but don't be slow to set boundaries. Now what this means is that when someone says something you don't like, something negative you don't like, be quick to counter it, but say it nicely, correct them nicely. Say, this thing that you said is not me and I don't like it, and I don't like when people address me this way. Don't laugh about it and go back to your house to cry. When they say something you don't like, address it then. That's why you should show people that like your reputation and you respect yourself. But if you're the kind of person that people say something, you will laugh, even if it's hurting you, you will laugh, man. That's what everybody will see you. So when they say something about you don't like, just draw the line immediately, set boundaries. Even if you are there for service, you're rendering your work in God's house, don't allow people to talk to you anyhow. Anything about that I've not said about you, don't allow people to say it to you. And you don't have to insult anybody, okay? You don't have to insult anybody. Just make sure that you put in people's mind that this is not how you see yourself. Okay? Alright. So the next way to come out of see finish is have your own schedules and plans. Don't let people assume that there's nothing you are doing with your life that is important. So they can just call you anytime you like because they know that you'll be sure. Especially from the opposite gender. Please don't do that to yourself. Be busy chasing something. If you're not going to school, you're not working, learning a skill, just always be in constant learning and do something positive to yourself. Be growing, be developing yourself. That way, people will not just come and, even if it's your spare time, and people just take you for granted by just barging into your space. Okay, so you have to have your own schedules and plan and be busy doing something important. Because when they call you the first time, you show. Call the second time, they show. I want to go and make my hair, you follow them. I want to go and do my NIN, you follow them. I want to go and do my BVN, you follow them. I want to go and visit my girlfriend, you follow them. By the time you follow, nobody will respect you again. If you now come and ask that person for marriage, she will not share somebody that she can marry, because nobody wants somebody that is always available. That's just the truth. I know you are doing it out of pure love, but think of the future. People will not respect you if you're that kind of person. Okay, so always have your own schedules and plans for the day, for the month, for the year. Don't have people to push you all over trying to make plans for you by you being available for them. Okay, the next way to come out of see finish is don't play too much. Don't say things you don't mean. because when you are finally serious, people will always remember that you're a playful person and won't take anything you say seriously, and it will hurt you because nobody wants somebody with that kind of reputation. So respect yourself with your words. Don't make promises you can't keep. Let's not be that when you talk, be like, see this one. You that you said this thing yesterday, did you do it? You that you said this thing last month, did you do it? If you know you cannot keep your promises, don't make it. If you know you cannot keep your words, don't say it. Nobody will come and hold you for what you did not say. And by the time you keep saying things that you don't mean, by the time you say the words to me, nobody will take you seriously. And by that time they will have finished saying you. Trust me, you don't want that for your life. So always try and be serious with your words. You don't have to talk. Just say the one that you can do. Say the one that you are sure of that will happen. No matter how playful you are, just be very careful with your words. By the time people know that you have a record of always keeping your words, trust me, they will respect you. Let people be able to say, no, if it's this one, I trust him. If you said it, he will do it. That way, nobody will see you finish, okay? The next way to come out of people saying too much is be confident in your own space. See, the Bible says, don't visit your neighbors too often, lest they get tired of you. Sometimes just be comfortable in your own space. Some people don't get tired of visiting people, and when you come, just demand for food as if you're the one buying food stuff for them or cooking for them. People just know that when this one comes, just wants to eat. And it's so embarrassing because all the children will not be looking at you. This uncle, every time you come, you remember biscuits for us, but you come and eat my mommy's food. That's shameful. Just be comfortable sometimes in your own space. Sometimes just restrain yourself, okay? I know you want to visit so bad, but allow people to miss your presence. Don't visit people too much. Don't let people get tired of you. The next way to come out of being taken for granted is don't tell people your generational issues, your family issues, your work issues. Everybody does know that when they meet you, you just have one bad thing to say today that happened. You just have another bad thing to say about your family. You just have another bad thing to say about your work. You have one bad thing to say about your personal life. It's not nice. I know how you want to tell people about what is happening, but please respect. Think of the future. After you finish saying this thing now, how will they see you tomorrow? Sometimes you might get really emotional, and maybe it was that point in time when you're feeling that way. So just have 2 or 3 people, 1, 2, 3 people that you can tell how you feel. After those people, don't tell everybody. Nobody wants someone that is always having these negative things happening to them. Nobody wants to marry that kind of person. Trust me. So avoid see finish. Just respect yourself, contain yourself, and don't go about spreading your life issues to everybody. I know it's in the church and people should care, but trust me, people have their own. They're not telling you, they make it look like it's only you that's carrying the problem of this world. Nobody wants to associate people like that. Last, everybody wants someone that will bring peace, not issues. Okay? The next one, please don't beg for money too often. Hey, please. I don't know how to say this one in a way that people will not feel insulted, but please don't beg for money too much in the church. You just know that when you're coming to beg. One guy was telling me that there's this girl in the church that everybody knows. When she just she's just coming to beg. Don't beg for money. Please respect yourself. That thing is embarrassing. We will give you fine. You come and ask for transport money today, we will give you. Ask for lunch tomorrow, we will give you. You already give people the notion that you cannot take care of yourself financially. So by the time you give people that notion and then they will now spread your secrets, end up to get married, nobody will look at your side. Everybody wants somebody that will be valuable to them financially. And everybody asks, I'm not the one that's always coming to take until your name is spread everywhere. I know that the church is supposed to love. That was we will give you. You ask money, we will give you, but when it comes to marriage, nobody will look at your side because they'll be like, this one, I'm not even dating her. She has drained me, or he has drained me. Not like this one, because this one is going to completely empty me without adding money. So please, find a job, get a skill, get a handwork, anything that you can do to fetch money, do it. And let people know that you are trying at least. And it's always better when you are trying and then you now come and ask. It will look more responsible than not doing anything and you not be begging. You now carry your reputation and ruin it in the church. Please don't do that to yourself. In everything you do, just have a good reputation, okay? And the Bible says a good name is better than silver or gold. So by the time you have a good reputation in the church, trust me, finding a spouse in that church will not be hard. Okay, so that's the reason for today why people don't marry from the same church, because of see finish. Don't have people to see you finish. Okay, so that's the reason for today. Thank you for watching up to this time. God bless you. Please subscribe and share. Let it be find spouses in their church. All right, thank you.